Have you ever seen diamond or gold or precious metal being fine-tuned and prepared for the global market? It goes through the hot furnace. It goes through extreme heat. And because it gives up its present form and adopts that new identity, which is diamond, which is gold, which is bright, which is valuable, which is attractive, and which is something that the market needs. That is why when it comes into the market in that new form, value has quadrupled and they pay more for that. Think about your own life and your circumstance like that. What if I tell you that the valley you are in right now, the difficulties, the challenges, the pain you might be going through right now, it's a blessing and not a curse? Listen, before you curse me out, before you maybe even seek a lawyer, listen, if you haven't been down that road yet, you are heading that way right now. If not right now, soon you are going to get there. You know why? Because anybody who God wants to make great meaning out of their lives, you will certainly go down the valley. Because no valley, no victory. This is how the dictionary defines the valley: a low area of land between hills or mountains, typically with a river or stream flowing through it. Think about it for a minute. A low area between hills and mountains, typically with river or a stream flowing through it. Now, I want you to take a step back and understand this, right? The mountain or the hill is high. The top of the mountain, the top of the hill, that is where every human being a lot of times aspire to be: champion, winner, achiever, rich person, great successful person, right? But now, right below that hill, right below that stage of great achievement, right below that euphoria of king, of queen, of big winner, is the valley. But here is the kicker. Even in that valley, which is the low point, which is the point where most human beings would not want to identify with, which is the point where you are in pain, you are suffering, and you think it might be over for you, there is also a stream. And the stream contains water. And what is water for your life? Water, they say, is life. Water, they say, it brings rejuvenation. The same water a human being cannot live without. The same water plants and nature cannot live without. The same water can be used to water gardens for beautiful flowers to bloom. The same water can be used as part of a concoction for medication to treat the sick. But that same water can be used to combine it to make poison to hurt somebody. That same water, if it is too much, you could drown in it if you don't have the skill to swim. Why am I sharing all of this with you? I am sharing all of this with you because without the valley, there is no victory. Without that low point, there is no high point. So without you being in the situation which you might be right now, where you feel like nothing is ever going to work for you, where you feel like it is over for your life, for your destiny, and for your future, where you look back and think, oh, at one point I was on top of the hill, now I'm in the valley. Understand that that is the natural process of life. But also realize that you might be part of the few privileged ones who life is preparing for something significant. Because anytime life wants to give you a major blessing and a major burden to carry, which will be something that you need to deliver on, which will affect a lot of other people's lives, it is going to take you down the valley. Hey guys, have you been wondering how you could chat with me one-on-one just to talk on your aspirations, your career, your business, and the things you might dream about with your life and you would really like to do with your life? I know it's been a challenge because a lot of people have been sending me inbox messages, asking me questions and asking me how they could get to me. That has been answered for you. I've created a one-on-one program where you can actually book a time. You look in the link in the description. You can book a time and have a one-on-one conversation with me for 30 minutes for a very small fee. If you look down in the description of this video, you will find that information and go ahead and book a time and let's have a conversation. Look, even in biblical time, for those who believe, I'm a Christian man and sometimes I might lay allusion to my faith. Every time God was going to give a major assignment to one of his people, to one of the apostles, to one of the life-changing Christians in the biblical times, he always took them to the wilderness. He always took them down to the valley. They always went to where they were away from the beauty, the comfort, the light, the glamour, and the ease of life. It always made sure that they found themselves in a place where their spirit was going to be challenged, where they were going to look at everything around them and believe that everything around them indicates end. Everything around them indicates no way to go forward, but it is in preparation for the top of the mountain. And so today I'll be talking to you why without the valley, there is no victory. Because without that low point, there is no recognition of a high point. Without the valley, which might be the place where you lose the most control because you have to surrender a part of your belief, of your life, to the very essence of life, which is nature, grace, and faith. It is at that point too that you start having the revelations of what is possible. Because your natural human instinct will try to push you to scramble to come out of that valley. Because our minds have been trained to understand that the valley is cold. The valley is a dungeon. The valley is negative. The valley is where everything comes to die. The valley is where everything comes to end. But what if I submit to you that that same valley is where everything comes to rejuvenate? It is where the river is also flowing, and that river provides water, and that water is a critical element for your rejuvenation. What if you tilt it a little bit and recognize that in that valley you also have a chance to look up and see exactly the beauty of the view of the top of the mountain from that vantage position? Because remember, every time you're on top of the mountain, there is a chance you might not even see everything that is going on beyond that, or maybe at that level. But when you are below it, you have a chance to appreciate what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. You might be in one of those valleys today. Maybe losing a relationship, maybe losing your job, maybe losing money. They're announcing the impending recession that is coming in America. And generally, the American economy affects the global economy. So you might start seeing some difficulties in economic opportunities. Maybe it's that time when it seems so dark, like it was for me a few years ago, when I lost my father at the same time I lost my job, and I felt this overwhelming darkness seem to want to cover me. This anger, this frustration, this feeling of, I don't have the energy anymore to climb out of that valley. It might be that way for you right now. And if it is, if you identify with any of this feeling or any of this sentiment of finding yourself in the valley, I want to speak straight to you. I want to speak through your heart. I want to go past your mind. I want to remind you that no valley, no victory. Take a break, take a deep breath. Take a drink from the rivers that flow in the valley, because rivers can only run on the ground. Rivers cannot run on top of the hill. Enjoy the freshness of the water that is coming from that river, from that stream. Rejuvenate yourself and start doing a few things which I'm going to recommend to you to help you start the journey out of that valley. The first thing is acknowledge that you are in the valley. Acknowledge that yes, you might be in a temporary difficult situation, and recognize that it's not unusual, that you are not only alone, but by the very nature of life, you must go through that process, because that process is the process of strengthening. Have you ever seen diamond or gold or precious metal being fine-tuned and prepared for the global market? It goes through the hot furnace. It goes through extreme heat, and it has to give up of its present form to adopt a new form which is bright like a diamond, like gold, like silver. And because it gives up its present form and adopts that new identity, which is diamond, which is gold, which is bright, which is valuable, which is attractive, and which is something that the market needs. That is why when it comes into the market in that new form, the value has quadrupled and they pay more for that. Think about your own life and your circumstance like that. The second thing you want to do, reflect and reframe. Spend time reflecting in yourself. You see, a lot of people avoid spending time with themselves. A lot of people are afraid to spend time with themselves because they cannot handle the thoughts that comes into their mind. But the only way you can transform your valley in life to victory, to the top of the mountain, you must spend time reflecting with yourself. I remember a few years ago when I lost my job in a very tumultuous time in my life, and I decided, Gustav, you're not going to rush back into looking for another job. No, you're going to spend time with yourself. You're going to go down and accept that you are in the valley, and you're going to reflect in that valley, and then you're going to dig deep into yourself and ask God and life to start showing you what is it that is your destiny. Because if you don't spend time in that valley, you'll not be able to get the message about the transformation that is about to happen to you. Hey guys, in addition to all the valuable information I bring to you every week on my videos and my short videos on different platforms, especially here on YouTube, I also have a community of over 2,000 like-minded, serious and driven people who, like you, are receiving exclusively this time a newsletter once a week. And this information in the newsletter is unique, and it only goes to those people who are part of the newsletter community. So if you are interested in getting this once a week update, which includes different tips, different ideas on how to build yourself, how to generate wealth, how to make money, how to build a legacy, go ahead and click down in the link in the description and you'll be able to join our newsletter community. And when you join that community, you would realize exactly how much value that brings to you on a weekly and daily basis. Let's get back to regular programming. The third thing, engage yourself in positive self-talk. You see, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between reality and what is fake. So anything you tell yourself, your subconscious assumes that that is true. If you tell yourself that you are born to fail, your subconscious adopts that, implants it in your spirit, and starts acting in ways that is going to support your conviction that you are born to fail. If you say you are born to become what you are destined to become, which is somebody who has a special gift and a purpose, and you want to deliver on that, your subconscious is going to adopt that as truth and start acting on it as truth. So it's important to start telling yourself messages that uplift and projects you into where you aspire to go and not where you are right now. Just listen to this one by Dr. Miles Monroe, right? He says, life will give you what you fight for or what you accept. So if you accept your present circumstance as a verdict on your destiny, that's what life is going to give you. But if you fight against the present circumstance and declare upon it that it is not a verdict on your destiny, then life is going to give you what your destiny deserves. Now, if you're not in the valley, you cannot get to the victory point. The fourth thing, you want to take small, achievable steps. Start doing things that are taking you out of that valley. Start doing things that are pointing in the direction of where you aspire to go. Start working on the gifts that you have, whatever, however small it might be. This might even just be being able to get up in the morning and write something about how you feel. It might just be getting up in the morning and decide to go gift of your service to the community, to the church, maybe to somebody who might need additional help. Because you see, what happens is one of the things I've learned in this life is that you only get by giving. You are only as great as your giving. Giving doesn't necessarily have to be money. It doesn't have to be physical. It's also time. It's also your effort. So start taking small, achievable steps in the direction of where you aspire to go. It is usually said that you will miss 100% of shots you don't take in life. But you know what? For those who watch baseball, in the Baseball Hall of Fame, the Hall of Famers have a .3 batting average, which means that out of every 10 balls they pitch to them, they're able to hit only 3 of the 10 balls. So you don't need to get even the 7 right. You just need to get 3 of the things you aspire to become identified and start working on them. The 5th thing you want to do to get yourself out of that valley to victory: seek additional knowledge and skills that align with what you want to do. Seek additional knowledge and skills that align with what you want to do. Do you know that if you read a book a week, within 3 years, you'll be known in your community? If you read a book a week, within 5 years, you'll be known in your country, in your national territory. And listen to this. If you read a book a week for 7 years straight, you'll be globally recognized. How hard is that? How hard is that to do? And here is the kicker. The knowledge you acquire from the books you read, which is connected to where you're trying to go, it's yours to keep. Nobody can take it. The knowledge I share with you, I've been reading books and books in relation to the things I want to do, which I'm doing now for the last 15 to 18 years. You cannot come and take it out of my head. It is mine. Nobody can take it. The reason why you're still listening to me to this point of the video is because there is value in what I'm giving you. And that value, I'm not taking it from nobody. I have spent time to bring that value into my mind and my spirit, and I'm giving it to you now free. So if you are in the valley, read. Seek knowledge first. Don't seek money. Don't seek material stuff. Don't seek recognition. Don't seek appreciation. Don't seek validation. Seek knowledge and clarity of your purpose. Pray. Get down on your knees. Ask God to show you what it is that He wants you to deliver in this lifetime. Because you have to understand, in the valley is where training happens. In the valley is where the greatest achievers found the answer to their quest. In the valley is where most people will find light and indications to their purpose. In that same valley is where many people will discover the gift that they have to dislodge to change a lot of lives in this world. And in that same valley is where some people get discouraged and never find a way to come out. But I am telling you, in that same valley lies victory. In that same valley lies everything you aspire in your life. In that same valley lies a fresh river of water. And if you drink from that, you'll be able to rejuvenate, re-emanate, and re-energize yourself. If you're seeking for clarity, if you have questions about maybe your career direction, what to do with your life, if you're wondering how you can invest in yourself, invest for personal growth and for profits, how you can build a life that also outlives you and creates a legacy so that people who come after you would benefit. If you have some of those questions, feel free to click in the link in the in the announcement section of this video. You will see a calendar link. Click on that calendar link and book a one-on-one appointment with me. There is a minimal fee for that, nothing too much. I wanted to do that in a way that it will benefit people who are serious. So click on that link and book a one-on-one 30 minutes time with me. Ask me any question. Ask me anything that I can give you to help clarify your vision and give you a chance to be able to see exactly how to go with your life. Also, tell me about some of your experiences. Write a message in the comment section. Tell me what you think. What do you think about the times when you were in the valley? How were you able to come out of that valley? Share that information with me. But I'll see you in the next video. But until then, be well, be blessed, and never stop being a blessing to somebody.